Hey, my fellow explorers, Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to Lord of the Rings Return to Moria, Episode 25, Exploring Dwarrowdelf. The first thing I want you guys to do is to vote on what I should do now. And I've expanded the list a little bit. So we have work on a story goal, like an axe fragment. We have build a small warehouse for pellets back in the base, build more farming, explore more territory, because I did just blow past most of Dwarrowdelf to get to Desolation, so there's a lot of Dwarrowdelf to explore, as is there in Desolation. We can clear out orc-controlled territory, because there's a lot of orc territory around. I don't know if I have the appropriate gear for it, but you can vote on it all the same. We can improve the aesthetics of the home, because I sort of slapped in the Ufavan furnace and the Khazad forge into it. It's really not good. Or we could try to improve our gear. Repairing statues and the like, unlocking chests to try to get access to blueprints. Oh, they're not fighting me. They're just fighting each other. You know what? I am going to join in on this fight a little bit. I know that my character needs to go to sleep, but I want a piece of this. My armor's still in relatively okay condition. And my weapon works well enough against these guys. Let's just have at it, right? So in terms of our controlled territory, there's like 1 and 2 zones, at least for now, that we know about. Alright, yeah, it is the dark now. So let's turn in. I already have the high spirits, so I don't need to sleep. And I am going to turn off some of the map zones that I don't necessarily need to have pinged. Cool. Also really weird that there's gold in my toolbar. That's a nice ladder. It leads to the ceiling. I thought it was... Where am I exactly? I thought I was at the map stone. Is that next door? Oh, yeah. I just, like, barged into my neighbor's home. I was like, alright, I live here now. Sorry, just kidding, just kidding. Did I just do it again? Where's the map stone? Why isn't it being shown? Now I'm just confused. Oh, yeah, I did it again. I am the great trespasser. Okay. So if you don't remember, this is the condition in which we left our home. For better or for worse. And putting a little timer on the pole now. So we expanded it, the floor out, and added better shelving and everything. But like, then this part of it was definitely just like, alright, let's just throw this in here so that we can move on. Now in terms of gear, I am in like pretty much all Belagost stuff, except for the Khazad helmet. But I have the access to the ringmail and, or sorry, the, oh no, just the helmet. I was wrong. Wow, I was mistaken. Yeah, okay, never mind. Never mind. Alright, let's turn in before I get any more confused. And we did see the first fell beast. Got a Norin, which is the blessing for anti-animal stuff. And, oh, apparently I have Gundabad Slag. Yeah, here it is. Gundabad Slag. A 1 splendid metal of Mount Gundabad, 2 corrupted by orcs to use. Things I haven't built yet, like I still don't have a grand hearth. I got the furnace and the forge. I haven't built a grist mill yet. And I think that's about it. I thought there would be more blueprints that I hadn't yet done, but apparently I was wrong. Alright, roasting pit. We want a lunch. I want maybe a more complex lunch than normal. so that our regen lasts longer, especially if I'm going to go exploring. So we'll do a Rohan Yarg stew. In terms of my gear, let's put away any of the excess and also drink. It's also worth mentioning that beer can be drunk 2 different ways. One is that you hold down for an inspiration for high spirits, and the other is like you can sip it for a different buff. I almost never sip for a different buff, so I want to just like mention that it's possible.
The Rhadamant rolled behind the hill as the sun raised up her head. She hardly believed her fiery eyes, for though it was day to her surprise, they all went back to bed.
So you said, don't I have a gristmill next door to restore? I believe I do. There we go. So I got my high spirits, got my stew. And I'm just trying to put away all the stuff I don't necessarily need. So Ranger Journals to Dwarrowdelf. I don't know where they go yet. And then I don't need a Narin on me for the new buff. That would be in Precious Gems. And I've been storing my coins up here. At some point, so here's the new blessing. It's bonus stamina and damage when facing animals. Do a little admiring. Why not? Okay, you guys want me to explore. So I am going to do just that. And instead of going deeper into Desolation, where I could hypothetically, like, skip things, I'm going to go back to Dwarrowdelf and make sure that I didn't, like, miss anything there. Power, Warding, Fury, Reflex. That'll work. And then I need black diamonds and gold. And adamant too. Granite. I mean, not adamant. Okay, I think we're almost set. I'm not fully fed, but I'm not gonna worry about that. So, we'll go back to the upper city and work our way through there. And Squatch, thank you for the sub. Cheers. And Glitch for the cheer as well, and Scumdog for the resub. Okay. So what I want to do is I want to make sure that I'm not, like, missing things. It's very easy to miss things. There has been a lot of discussion in the my Discord server about, like, not finding things. And a lot of the times, it's just, you have to exhaustively search. So I think what's best is go back to this gold node here and go west from there. That's a very clear path. These paths here, if you're wondering, are locked from story. So we're not going to be able to open those. So it's not paths I missed. They're paths that are, or at least the blue is unopenable till later in the story. What is with the wind? It's like super bad wind, just localized right above my head. Knock, knock. Thank you. So I had marked down that there was a statue here. Oh, that's the Fundin line. Did we ever turn that in? Because I noticed back in the base I had a bunch of Fundin statues, and if we hadn't done that, I'll just slap down a hearth and a mapstone and go get the Fundin stuff, because I have the tireless buff right now. Yeah, okay, let's do that. I did not bring my Fundin carvings. That's going to be really easy to do. So the tireless buff allows you to fast travel with far less of a penalty as a result. So here it is. Woke up ready for anything. Actions. Do not drain energy for a long time. Oh, that's not... I was thinking traveler. Sorry. Not tireless. So I have 7 Fundin statues. I only need 5 of them. I'm going to throw away the rest. And back we go. You love Vintage Story and the Pooch? The Pooch today is got a vet appointment, I think, at 4:30. So he's only here for part of the stream today. So enjoy the Pooch while you can. In fact, I'll unlock the Yoda streamer cam. And also, A. Woolen, thank you for the resub too. Somehow I missed that. I think my alerts need to be rebooted. All the carvings in. And we get blueprints for the company shield, blueprints for the Last Alliance helmet, a build tome, and a build scroll. Not bad at all. I wonder if I can put the extra carvings back. Oh, that's a really good thing a method to deal with your extra carvings is just like shove them back into the box whence they came. And now I have all my hearth stuff, and we'll just keep moving. So I think the path I want to take is through here, and I'm going to hide the funded line. I don't need it anymore. In fact, I'm just going to delete it. Oh, hello, troll.
Troll! Did he see us? I need a better weapon for this!
Alright, what buffs do I have? I have warding, power, and reflex. Alright, I'm warded, I'm empowered, I have high reflex. Reflex is a really nice one, because it allows you to dodge for free, so that your stamina can be focused on attacks. I underestimated the value of reflex when I first started playing, and then realized how nice it is, especially in larger groups, where you can, like, Dark Souls roll around the entire... Ooh, he got me. Roll around the battlefield, like, killing everyone. I didn't see any light beams in here, which is why I'm just taking this fight normal. But my weapon is, not sufficient. I'm not doing full damage to him. Or, perhaps, he's not weak to sharp. Like, if I had a bludgeoned, maybe it would be doing better. But I don't have multiple weapons like that, so here I am using what I got. Down he goes. It did burn up all my armor, but a win's a win's a win, right? We'll get this Durin lamp back up and running, and then continue to explore. Got a sunstone off of him, and some topaz, and some sapphire.
Till Durin wakes from sleep.
Trust me when I say you do not want to hear me sing along. I don't have a singing voice. Yeah, there's a lot of trolls in this zone, or can be. They're kind of nice. They're a good way to farm like an enormous amount of values, or precious stuff, if you need it. So I just tagged this gold, not that, I mean, we can get it, but I wasn't specifically trying to get the gold. I just wanted to have a map target of where to go. Baruku, thank you for the resub, and I'm glad you're enjoying this series. I keep bringing it back because people like you enjoy it. Okay, cool. So we've got even more gold. Oh, I am failing the call out. So I'll mark that down. I've been finding lots of gold. There's obviously a fight going on somewhere. It is nighttime, so I'm gonna lose some of the heat buff. There's a broken statue. That's always nice to find. That's a huge part of the exploration, is to improve our gear, right? And then a broken lamp. So this just gave iron ore and coal, which means I'm probably not going to get blueprints from this zone anymore. Oh, even more gold. I think this whole pillar, that whole like stone column area, is just gold all the way down. Daichi and Haruku. Cheers to both. And welcome to the stream. My character's going to be undaunted for a long time. So it seems like this is a bit of a dead end. I'm going to investigate the combat noises, and then double back over to this section of Dwarrowdelf. Also, this lamp is an anti-grav lamp. I like it. Yeah, a lot of the other denizens, other than myself, down here in the deep, do not like each other.
We got orcs.
Wow, you have terrible aim. Why did I even bother blocking? Just go about my business. You're not even gonna hurt me. The orcs, the goblins. There's a bunch of different clans down here, and they fight, and I kind of like it. Plus the wargs and the fell beasts and things. They do not get along. So besides the nests for feathers and eggs, there's really nothing down this way. So let's double back to the other path, and then probably turn in. I mean, I already have all my armor broken, and it is nighttime. So maybe I'll do one more day of exploration, because I didn't spend a lot of the day today doing that. What's up there? Just another house? Yeah. There's a lot of gold in here if I want it, seems like. At some point, I'm gonna need to invest in like bigger chests for food and stuff, because I am maxing out on storage space kind of everywhere. I mean, there is this chest, I guess, but I'm at one closer to the kitchen. You can see the amount of precious gems you end up with. Like, I have just a silly amount. That's why you'll see me just pass them up. I'm like, oh, I don't care. I don't need an nth gem. $28 and $44. Wow, $44. That's gonna be quite the buff. Build lore master. Yeah, that's pretty good. That is a fair chance that it costs no ingredients. I think before I turn in, I'm going to make a quick Elven Quarter run for Ale Blue, or whatever it's called, and the Blessing. So I can make more Lembas. I mean, I have 16 Lembas, but, you know, Lembas is gold. It's just like edible gold. Very important stuff to have a lot of. Especially when you're going somewhere dangerous. Character starving? Yeah, that's fine. I'll just eat some crab apples. It's not very nice, Mr. Bear. Gotta be more careful around those trees. I'm going to task you for replanting them all. I don't know a lot of games like this one, where, like, certain enemies are just so slow that you can just walk away from them and they just can't get you. Like, most games don't have that kind of mechanic, and I find it really funny that the cave bears here are just so slow that you're just like, oh, okay. I have a bear near me. Not a big deal. And you can just, like, walk away at snail's pace, and they just don't keep up. It's really, truly not a feature you see very often. In a lot of these types of games, they, at the very minimum, move at player speed, so, like, there is no walking away from them. Or at least the games I play. Oh, there's a bloom in a box. Dang. I must have planted those like a while ago, and boy, are they nice. I should consider switching the crops I have in my crop plot back home to these blooms, because I use these blooms more than really any other crop. For the lembas bread. That's probably enough blooms. Alright, we'll head home now. Oh, there's a whole patch over here. I ought to mark this patch down because this is a really high volume patch. Kind of like the bridge right around where the dragon takes out the bridge. There's just like the crazy pile of oats. I like the combination of tireless and undaunted with, like, hero spirit. I can run for so long without getting tired. Now that you've seen a considerable amount of this game, would you, if you were able to go back in time, have voted that I settle in the Elven Quarter? One of the reasons, which is kind of a silly reason, but one of the reasons why I chose not to, is the Elven Quarter, because it's so large, loads slower. So one of the issues that you tend to have if you live in the Elven Quarter is whenever you map home. Oh, I did it again. This is not where my fast travel site is. It takes longer to load than normal. It is the most unique biome in the game, without spoiling too much. Like, nothing looks quite like the Elven Quarter. And now that trees regrow, because they didn't used to. Now that trees regrow, it's even more valuable than ever before. Before, you know, you run out of trees and that's it. Morning, huh? Let's give me the overnight bowl. Which would have made more sense if I made it overnight. And I'm only going to bake 2 lembas bread, so I don't pick up all the blessings. What else? I don't think I've turned in Telchar's line. Do I have other Telchar? Is there an easy way in your... I think it'd be... Yeah, so I don't have the Telchar line. Got it. So I'm going to hold on to that carving because I know I'm going to want to turn that in. I need to drink. I need to dance. Put my coins away. All that good stuff. So my hoard is just about full. So the stout that I just took, if I take sips, because I want to explain this, taking sips give me decreased incoming damage. So the beer that you drink, you can either sip it like this and for like a buff, which is really nice to do if you're, see now that I have stout, a brew that decreases incoming damage, which is really nice to do if you want to drink something specific for its buff and then like put it in a canteen and bring it to a boss fight, something like that. And then of course you could sing and you end up with
beard as bright as brass.
you know, with high spirits for a random buff the next day. So my random buff today is hero ready, bonus stamina for a long time, so I have a huge stamina bar now.
My lover, I can see across the dimmest, darkest pass, like some summoned being of light, ever there to guide me right. My lover's got a beard as bright as brass.
That's my favorite song.
Good, because you sang it for a really long time. Alright, I don't need to pick up the Lumbus now. I'm full of Lumbus. So let's get back to where we left off. Mapstone 1 Upper City. Oh, there's shadow everywhere. Oh, more trolls? Or did I already kill this troll? Looks like I already killed this troll. I am the troll slayer. A lot of iron if I wanted iron, but I don't. So let's continue the last fork, Dwarrowdelf, and then subsequently, because it seems like I'm about to fully explore Dwarrowdelf, I'm going to have you guys vote on what to do afterwards. So if you want me to continue exploration, you are absolutely 100% welcome to vote for it. If you want me to do something else, vote for something else. Up to you guys. Alright, so this is another tomb or whatever. I'm not exactly sure what kind of house this is. But let's check the basement and then check the top floor. Because sometimes there can be nice things in these. But obviously the path dead ends here, and I'd have to go to Desolation or somewhere further to do more tasks. It's the tombs of the first dwarves? Thanks. Is that what the game classifies it as? That's neat. Oh, also, grave robbing. Kind of feel bad. I don't really need the stuff that's down here. Like, I'm not hurting for resources. So I'm just going to make sure that there's, like... I don't think there should be a family line up here, because I've already done the family line. We'll make sure that there isn't something like that up here. Of course I get shadowed, and I don't have any resolve consumables. That's what you were told? Alright, well, it may or may not be true. I cannot confirm. Ah, these were for, like, early backers? That's interesting. Well, I think I'm sure there's more stuff here. It's hard to exhaustively search it all, right? Because there's just so much. But, it looks like I'm going to change priorities here and improve the base a little bit with warehouse for pallets. That seems to be the popular option, and I am down to do it. Instead of dropping a temporary map marker here, I'm going to make my way back to the upper city. So that I don't have to waste black diamond. Because just like parts of the game that were already passed, like there's a lot of new zones that require black diamond to unlock them. So wasting black diamond on like single-use map stones, unless you have an overabundance, is generally not a very good idea. It's a cool looking city. It vaguely reminds me of, like, Ironforge or something from World of Warcraft. I mean, same sort of idea, right, dwarves? But if Ironforge looked like this, oh, that'd be different. Alright, current priority, build a small warehouse. So here's the size of a pallet, for reference. Right, it's just smaller than the, like, 2x2 grid. If I want a pallet of stuff, if I want, like, storage, let's try to figure out... The first thing I should do, maybe, even though it's not exactly part of the goal, is to change my hearth. And the reason for this is, a larger hearth will open up more options for how wide and grand I can build. Oh, right, because nothing is in a hearth right now, I would need to pick up the materials manually. That's fine. So, grand hearth. I need 50 adamant and resin. And ironwood. Nope, not enough ironwood. Grand hearth is kind of large. You can see why my hesitation of placing it. I mean, I could put it here, but it, like, clips through the ceiling. It's weird to have it on the second floor, though, because, like, it's a hearth, it's heavy. I don't know. But, like, if I put it up here, I could get rid of the, well, these aren't with... Oh, interesting. These aren't inside of my... But they're player built, so I can still destroy them, I guess? I was thinking of placing it, like, up here, and, something like that. I would potentially block a future farming areas. What I could do is just, like, say the hell with it, I'm gonna plop it here for now, and then figure out, like, an appropriate spot later. Leaving it to future me to, like, to configure it to be not fugly. And I think that's what I'm gonna do, because it's a little out of scope of my current project to, like, try to figure that out at the moment. But given the changes to this room alone, I think getting rid of that railing makes sense. I'll just have it slightly recessed in the middle. So, the Grand Hearth, if you're wondering what that offers, is, look at my ownership zone now. I own stuff well actually past this door. I own the land all the way up to about here. Right, and that's going to be, like, cubic in every direction. So now I have a lot more room to play with when placing down a warehouse. And the same should be true this direction. So I own probably well into that door. I think I own just about this entire quarter, in fact. Almost clear to the wall. This might actually help to remove or stop the things that have been spawning. Oh god, it really does look like there's another dwarf up there. The things that have been spawning in and around my base may no longer do that. So in terms of pallets, the things that I think I want to put on a pallet is going to be things like stone, wood, maybe coal. And with that in mind, I'm going to want my pallet pretty close to my map stone, because I'm going to want to grab stone, wood, and coal before I leave. So I think in this case, I'm going to spill my base out this direction. So that I can add pallets this way, so that it's not too far from the original storage boxes. Meaning, that's getting knocked out. Let's continue the granite floors outwards. See if that looks right. And then the braziers, I'm kind of redesigning the entire block as a result. Which is fine. That brazier looks mightily funny. I mean, everything here does. I will hide some of the weirdness once the... I'll make the aesthetic improvements later. I'm mostly making the functional ones now. So I can put, like, wainscoting or whatever you want to call it on this once it's done. I shouldn't even be bothering to do this right now. Oh my god, these are the most endurance... the sturdiest railings in the history of... Oh, I broke the wrong thing too. Hey, BioNerd. Thank you for the sub. I think it might be worth pushing my outer wall up into this spot. Basically coming into this up this far. I don't think I'm going to need more room than that. Again, without spoiling, the grand hearth and the furnace and the forge that I have are just about the largest things that you're ever going to add to the base. So it's unlikely that I'm going to need more room. So I know it's a little out of scope of the current project, but I think expanding the base like this last one time is beneficial, and then additionally, it might make sense to then put the forge and the furnace in this newer area, so that they look like they fit. Now, my only worry is they run out of Araz granite in this this redesign. What I don't understand is why these floors are floating in the weird way that they are. So I was considering moving the entryway here. Let's do short stairs. And then these walls I didn't build, so I have to break them manually. I don't know what I'm breaking on the other side. Oh god. Maybe I should go around and... I don't know what I broke. Something? But everything's been a little cramped, and I think it's time to not be so cramped. I could get the lore buff. Yeah. The lore buff is... Oops. I didn't mean to grab booze. Oh well, guess I'll drink it. Okay, I broke the floor underneath. Got it. That's not a big deal. That one was free. And that's the noise of it being free. And then I'll somehow figure out how to make this look right along the street. I am very low on granite, though, so I think what I might end up doing is just laying out the walls for it, and then if I want to fill in the rest, that will be a separate goal later on where I farm granite for it. So, at the moment, it's just going to be pure function. And then eventually I can introduce some form. Actually, let's get rid of this pillar. Is this the column? Yeah. Actually, is this player built? It is. Yeah, I don't need to break that with my pick then. Because I didn't build this home from scratch. You know, some of it is player built, some of it isn't. So there's a lot of work in progress on this end of it, but the idea is to put a bunch of pallets around probably a moved mapstone. So I'm going to move this mapstone a little bit. Maybe around there. Rename it the home mapstone. I'll just call it... Oh, come on. Let me type. And then for convenience, plopping the pellets kind of near there so that I can grab the things I want quickly. So, wood is going to be one such material. And I'll have to go fetch. So the way these work is like you can fetch all of that one material, deposit it here, and then when you withdraw it, you can withdraw 6 at a time. So that's like a full pallet of wood scrap. Or, wood, rather. Oh man, I had more wood than I realized. I thought I was just going to fill one pallet. But you guys voted that I use pallets, so there we go. So, like, that's a pallet of wood, and I could line up the... I guess it blocks the window, which is kind of ugly. But I could, maybe not... And then you can get it like this. Maybe not, I won't... I'll just have a pallet, but not store all of my everything on those structures for... just because they'll fill up the space. It's getting kind of dark, though, here. So... I like the illumination of wall sconces. Put them in. I don't really like the pallets there. Ignore the fact that the furnace and the forge is here, because I don't think those are permanent spots. So maybe what I'll do is I'll put a pallet on the back wall. And it's only going to be for coal, stone, like stone, coal, and wood. The things I have just tons of. And only one pallet each. And it's mostly just so that I can very conveniently withdraw what I need for daily needs. So those two things are going to get moved a little bit. they're going to be in the way. And just imagine that there's like a back wall here. I'm just not going to the trouble of building that right now. So we got stone. We don't have granite. Yeah, and those are really the only materials that I wanted on pallets, because they're the ones that I want to like withdraw usually. Thank you for tuning in to Lord of the Rings Return to Moria, which originally streamed live on Twitch January 3rd. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you would like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you would like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching, and a special thank you to my Twitch subscribers, Patreon patrons, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, fellow dwarves.